Alright, so boys and girls, here we go. HXRC addicts here. I got a box. Well, it's a bag, but it's a package, right? It's gonna be fun because I'm not 100% sure on what's in here, but I do know that this is from Autobotix.ca. Paul Dowling, he's supporting us over here, and we're gonna actually make a build. We're gonna redo the ZMR build because we had some technical difficulties. So what I need to rebuild it and fix those difficulties are in this package, as well as a lot of other goodies that he wants me to be one of the first to build besides himself, his new design of a ZMR, which is going to be kind of fun. So here we go. See what Paul sent us from Autobotix. And thanks, Paul, first of all. You guys go check Autobotix.ca out. He's based out of Canada, but let's just say, I mean, this shipped on Monday and it's Thursday, so here we are. He'll get the stuff to you guys. And he also apparently wraps like my wife wraps Christmas presents. Alright, here we go. Alright, well, here we were going. Trying not to cut anything. Alright. It's like a goodie bag. Let's see. Ah, there's lots of stuff in here, I can tell you that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Man, alright, I expected a couple of these things, but a couple of these things I did not. Alright, well, first, we have some new arms. You can see through the light that these arms have much larger drilled holes than the standard ZMR arms. So, thank you, Paul. This is exactly what I needed for these T-motors. So we got 4 of those. Alright, I got some props. Cool. Some tri-props. I actually had some tri-blades, but these are 60-45s and I have 50-30s. So, man, Paul, you read my mind. Thank you. Alright. Alright, we're going to look at those last. Here's a really good part that I definitely needed. So this is a new T-motor. It's a, what is it, a 2230 or 2300. So he sent me a new one because the ESC problem I had caused a very small amount of smoke to puff out of one of my motors. And we were both a little worried that it would have affected the glues and the solvents and stuff inside everything, the bonding agents. So we were worried about that, so here we go. Who sends you a replacement T-motor? Come on. Paul does. That's who. All right. We'll get to these in a minute. Well, no, we'll get to these now. Carbon fiber props. Oh, Paul, you're too good to me. You're too good to me. Yeah, these are some carbon fibers. They are, some self-tightening. I think these... Yeah, he sent me these for my disco, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what size. They look like a 9-inch, maybe. I don't know. They look a little small, but I'll test them. I'll see what they're used for. Man, thank you. Oh wait, here's the packaging on some. Here we go. 9443s. Okay, so these are 9443s. Yeah, they just seem. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's why they look short. He sent me 9443 T-motor carbon fibers. And then I guess these are the blunt ones, or maybe he modded these for me. I can't tell. Okay, so I got 9443s, and then I've got some other carbon fibers that are the blunt edge. Okay, sorry guys, I wasn't expecting this. I didn't know what I was getting. Now, part of what I did know I was getting, which now I'm seeing it, and oh my gosh, they look so beautiful. Like I said, an ESC that I had, they were just a standard 12 amp Simon K ESC that he sent that was part of the package of the ESC and the T-motor package that I bought from him originally. We got everything wired up and everything was on the PDB and we had everything tested. When we first wired everything up, one of the motors gave a weird vibrational sound. I wasn't 100% sure on what it was yet until we got the build pretty much complete and we went into tune on the Open Pilot. When we tuned on the Open Pilot, and if you guys followed this build, it was actually, I'm not sure if I posted this, but on the sliders, I could not get the ESC to basically start the motor. It kept wanting to kind of cog almost. And it got progressively worse as I kept trying to attempt to do so. It would take a little flick on the motor and it would spin up. But it would also get really, really warm. There was no problems with the screws being inserted too deep. No problems with ESCs touching anything. They were all wrapped up nice in plastic dips. I swapped the motors in ESC to another. I swapped motors, so I swapped the ESC to another motor. Same issue. I swapped the same motor, or the first motor, to the other ESC, and it worked fine. So it eliminated out the ESC as being the issue. Contacted Paul through eBay. Yo, sorry, man. One of my ESCs had a problem. It might have fried a motor. We went back and forth with eBay a little bit, and then he asked me for a video, so I uploaded a video and sent him the YouTube link, and that got us kind of talking there. Anyways, long story short, man, he offered to replace the motor in the ESC. He then had to take off to go to CES 2015 in Vegas. He asked me, hey, man, if you can wait because I got to go and I don't have the time to get this stuff together for you, I'll get you some stuff together and we'll do something fun. I said, sure, cool, no problem, man. I mean, I'm not going to turn free stuff down, right? Or extra help. So came back from CES 5 or 6 days later, contacted me the day he said he was going to contact me back, said, hey, man, I got something really exciting. It just came in while I was gone. I opened them up, and I want you to be one of the first to have them. I want to, you know, pass them on to you and see what you think. So what he was talking about was this right here, and it is the Autobotix version of a Simon 12K, or 12 amp, I'm sorry. It is a racing class ESC is what it says. 12 amp, 4S continuous, all in FET output. Besides that, BL Heli / Simon K on it. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Thank you, Paul. I got new Autobotix race spec ESCs. They look awesome. They're nice, and I mean, I don't remember. I mean, I feel like they're small. I got 4 of them. He sent me all 4, yes. So I now have the T-motor setup, the race class ESC, the T-motor arms, which still, again, man, thank you. Ah, these are great. Props galore. And yeah, we're going to do something fun. We are going to build the ZMR, and we're going to build it inverted. Yes. Now, I personally had never seen it inverted until Paul sent me some pictures while we were discussing this, and it's awesome. It looks great. From what Paul says, and I'm going to take his experience on it, being that he sells multi-rotor parts and he builds multi-rotors for a living. He says it's like no other, guys. He says that this thing will handle and fly and be just completely out the box better than in its standard setup. When it's inverted, basically you're building the chassis, and this is all I know from looking and talking to him. You're just building the chassis inverted. You're putting all the motors upside down, and then on the props will still be mounted the proper way, so top side up, but they'll be mounted obviously upside down on the motor, for instance. So if you were to rotate the motor this way on top, it would actually be upside down. But the prop is actually going to be located the right way, otherwise it won't fly. So one of the things that Paul has mentioned to me about one of the great things about this, which is really the reason why I'm very excited about it being new to the 250 class, it adds an added layer of protection somewhat. So because it's upside down, everything's going to be hanging from underneath. There's going to be some skids on it. And the props being underneath the blade as opposed to sitting up here up top, and the motors being underneath like this, is going to actually protect the motor better. It's going to protect the prop a little more as well, especially for, you know, these 250s where we're going to be flying in and out of trees and maybe brushing against limbs and stuff like that, and leaves. Having just that extra space that it's located 6 inches lower almost, it's only common sense. I mean, I'm not, you know, experienced with this stuff, but it is definitely common sense that that's going to add an added layer of protection. Plus, it's different. It looks hella cool. I mean, you've seen the picture. Let me put it up again. Yeah, it just looks amazing. So, you know me, I like new cool stuff. So that's what we're going to do. So there you go, guys. ESCs, real quick. By the way, here's the ZMR. We're already legit. So basically, we're just going to flip it like this. We will, again, mount the props. Boom. And we'll get to go. The arms, real quick. Throw those bad boys on there. Same size arm as you can see. But the holes are bigger. I had to drill these holes out on these arms. But we will switch the arms to the new arms because I wanted to actually go black. Last thing before we go. Compare the size of this ESC because I do feel like it's smaller, but I could be wrong. So here's the old ESCs, Simon K's, just your standard Simon K. As you can see, it is, yep, it's actually smaller. No, it's the same size, exact same size. So I'm not going to open these things up right now. To be honest, I'll open them up later. Yeah, it's still a red board in there. I'm sure it's flashed with its own firmware as far as why it's considered the racing class, but we'll figure that out later. I'll definitely get with Paul and we'll get some more info. So anyways, Autobotix.ca, ZMR 250. We're going to build quite the fun little rig. I'm excited to finally get this thing together. I'm not working on it today because I'm still waiting on the new PDB board, but we did also get our new 800 TVL camera in today. And that actually also came from RunCam on eBay. So we got our new camera, new PDB boards coming, just because I wanted to clean it up a little bit from where I had it. So anyways, 250 ZMR, look for it soon, guys. We're coming hard, we're coming fast. ATX RC addicts, buy something, bash it, fly it, share it, do whatever you're going to do, guys.